Okay, so there's two takedowns that we show in this program for front kick defense, right? To kind of make a sequence, a combination, right? So I want to defend against the kick and then, take you down and submit you. Like that's the fastest sort of approach and goal. Like everything needs to be some version of that. Anytime we're defending a strike, maybe hitting and clinching, takedown, submit. That's the goal. Control the position, then submit. So let's look at a couple of little takedowns here. Okay, we saw an outside leg throw and we saw an overhead like shoulder throw, the Seyanagi, in the last two classes. So this class, we'll see a couple of takedowns off the front kick, and then we'll kind of loop back and look at some more rear defense as well. Okay, so off of the deflections. All right, so if you're doing a front kick on me, whether I'm neutral base or here, boom, right? So that deflection, okay? Now, when I do the deflection, we talk about we want to turn our base, but I'm gonna, there'll be some coordination here, okay? So, and we'll do this side just for the better perspective on the camera, okay? So give me that, yes, good. So here and then there, okay? So what I did is I passed this here. Okay. Now sometimes I'll show this where I just like deflect it out of the way and set past you and do the same throw. But this one we're gonna hold it in the other hand. Okay. So give me that front kick again. Here, like this. Okay. And then look here. Got a knee on belly entry, an arm bar option. Some things we'll have a knee on belly class in here, and go over some of that. But so many of the throws, like this leg throw, knee on belly is such a great option afterwards. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to deflect it and catch it. All right, you're gonna deflect it, and it's a scoop, is what it is. Okay, so deflect and scoop. Okay, now as you come in, right, just step past me, but the other leg will step past me. All right. Like, so that leg is going to go behind that leg. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I can't hop back over that. I tried. Okay. So, here. Boom. Step past me. Yes! Uh-huh. So, hey, you remember this? Side fall. I'll hop up into it. Come on, like that one class we did. That's what just happened. Just like we saw in some previous classes we did this. It's quite literally what happened is, and I want you to do this as I'm going down. Because here's the thing. I'm grabbing your lapel because I know you're about to dump me from a reasonable height. Maybe an unreasonable height for me, right? But I'm like, okay, that's a 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. I'm gonna fall. So like I'm grabbing your lapel, and what you don't want to happen is that, because then I'll pull you over me. Okay. So again, deflect, scoop. Yes. Now look how that arm bar is there. Right? Yes. Or knee on belly. That came back to bite me because I was like, oh no, don't. I'm gonna pull you down with me. Okay. So in judo, that's called Osoto Garuma. It means two legs, right? I've got one and I throw with the other. Okay, so anytime I take both your legs out on Osoto, that's talking about that like Osoto Garuma. So outside leg throw for this class, that's all you should think about it as. I will always bring out the judo term though, in case people want to go do some further research. The judo black belt, and I got a judo black belt, trained judo and still study and love judo because what we're doing is, in a lot of ways, a reinvention of early judo, right? Judo became an Olympic sport, it kind of went off in another direction. Mostly focused on throws now. But the balance, the takedown and throwing techniques, they've always been great. And you see the same techniques because they're sister styles. Jiu-jitsu and judo, I mean, they're both Japanese martial arts. You see those same techniques in both. You see those same takedowns, throws, situations. Go look at the judo textbook, go to this class, whatever, you'll see similarities, you'll see differences. Okay, so let's look at one more. another takedown, okay? So, let's get in a stance. And give me a front kick to the body. Boom, good, that's good, 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 good. Now, give me a front kick to the body. You missed, obviously, right? But that's all you have to do to make someone miss, okay? So, come forward a little bit. Stand in a neutral base. I'm gonna front kick you, and I just want you to step back into a 4-point base. We've been doing this the whole time. Step back into a 4-point base with a defensive posture, okay? Staggered stance. Not yet. All right? And that too, you know, I just changed the distance enough that it's like, it'd be hard for me to clinch. That lurched me forward. Okay. Now.
Should I go the other way with that one?
Not necessarily. Just, if you step back at all, I will miss. Okay? So, and go ahead and kick me. So when we measure the distance. Good. Go back down. Okay? So, now, go ahead and kick me again. See how I pulled you forward there? As I stepped back, so I caught. This hand went down, like I'm doing the front kick defense. This hand went down. I don't want to just step back and grab. I want to connect it to myself. Now, I want you to think, just for falling safety, you know what a pistol squat is? Yeah, good. So think about doing that into a back fall. I'm just gonna take one step forward. Yes, okay. Now ultimately, you'll walk forward and raise. Okay, now if in a class of people like you, great. You know, you're blue belt, you've been training, you help with these classes, you help with other classes, you do other martial arts other than jiu-jitsu. You've done a lot of falling, you've competed. So it's like, oh yeah, Mike is good. We'll just dump him, right? Just pick his heel up all the way, right? Don't tear his leg muscles when you do it. But in the white belt class, just getting your mind around like, okay, if I step back in this, I want to connect to it, and then just here, boom. Because like the last throw, and why we introduced that side fall drill a couple of classes ago, it could be a big fall, right? You know, when I was a blue belt, the day after I got my blue belt, the same belt you have, I broke my collarbone. Somebody threw me with poor technique, and it broke my collarbone. So, you know, just no amount of falling really could have saved me from that. But what could have saved me is, okay, the group we're working with, a bunch of beginners, we're doing throws. The guy was telling me was a white belt. You know, I just got my blue belt the day before, the night before was at a camp, and then right out the gate, broken collarbone. So safety tips. That's, you know, this class I'm always trying to throw out safety tips. So cueing you to kind of pistol squat, and then two, I don't need to see if you can do standing splits like, you know, a ballerina or anything. I'm just gonna raise and take a step forward, and one step forward for this class, and kind of getting the person that's thinking. Most of the people, we've mentioned this takedown 2 classes ago, they haven't seen this before. So it's something, oh, we're learning it for the first time. Oh, well, I've already gone through this program. Okay, you're learning for the second time, right? So after about 3 or 4 times of seeing this in a year, this is what this program will do for you, then you'll start going, hey, you know, yeah, see how, you know, I really lift my leg up on this. I want to see if I can resist it. I want to see if I can hop around, right? But that comes with skill and time. Somebody that just started, I think we had 3 new people start this class last week. We don't want that for them. What we want is for them to keep coming back. And that 3rd or 4th time, oh man, I can explore this a little more, okay? So, step back and catch, then walk forward. Yes, and just step forward as you raise the heel. Yes, see, that's a big fall. It's just a back fall for me. Not uncomfortable, not bad. I could literally handle you going, boom, right? Because I would do like a version of that. I'm like, hop into this. I got you. I could take those higher falls. Because I'm a black belt in judo. I've done that. But do I want to do it all day, every day? No. Do I want the very new student to do it? Yeah, no, sort of over time, right? So step back and catch. Walk forward. Yes, yes. See, I tried to like pull my foot out, didn't work. Then my foot bent like that as I was going down. Nice. So it's simple. We saw just stepping back to avoid in the previous class. We talked about that in the previous class, and Once you catch it, that's what you do with it. Sidebar, and just another safety tip. This is legal in some Muay Thai, right? Because they're fighting in a ring, and when there's ropes where those black mats come to the red ones there, and I push you, you'll fall through the ring. And they haven't, for some reason, just said, oh, hey, let's make the ring like 5 feet longer on all sides, so they don't fall off when they fall out. I haven't done that. So people fall out, and sometimes when they fall out, they break their back. So imagine not only I fell like that, but then I fell another 3, 4, 5 feet. So that's the concern on the sport with this technique. So again, just safety tips, all right? So that's front kick defense, all right, yeah.